Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to, talk about some wrestling. We're going to talk about some news, ladies and gentlemen. So, we'll start with wrestling. Naomi, she's, scheduled to appear on Monday Night Raw, next week. I think it's, listed as a State of the Women's World Championship, so we'll see what happens there on Monday. She wasn't there, obviously, last week. Kind of speculated a little bit, but we'll just have to see what happens on Monday. That's all is on WrestleLock, so next few... try to see if I can find some things here on Cultureholic. So, AEW Forbidden Door is on track to sell out and has only 770 tickets left to sale. The event setup is for 17,932 people. It's probably going to sell out. Probably. So apparently, Homo sapiens, rise. He could reportedly make an appearance at Triple Mania tonight as big Triple Mania pay-per-view, I believe. WrestleVotes, we can report that Omos's name has once again come up in AAA discussions, with one source mentioning that he could very well appear this weekend at Triple Mania. We're told WWE remains intent on expanding his reach beyond their own traditional borders and believes that a stint AAA could do wonders for him as a bona fide special attraction. So he could be on the AAA show tonight. WWE's report strongly considering AAA logo redesign per a report. AEW signs Hook to a new deal. So, Tony Atlas reportedly attempted to deliver a eulogy for Hulk Hogan at Limitless Wrestling, but was booed to the point that he gave up. Source Wrestling Observer Radio. Damn. Modern wrestling fans are the worst people on earth. So I'm not surprised. I'm not here saying Hulk Hogan was the best person. I mean, I've stated that before. But Jesus Christ. So, WWE reportedly plans for another AAA show in the U.S. before the end of the year. Oh boy, when are they going to have that? On the weekend of an AEW pay-per-view? WWE has reportedly signed Microman, La Hiedra, La Parca, Fabi Apache, Nino Hamburguesa, Macyce, and Lady Flammer to contracts. This is something with AAA and WWE, I believe, or whatever. I really don't know, to be honest. But, once again, this is just people kind of overreacting to it. Because, according to Haynes' sources, these contracts currently signed by the AAA names listed are for merchandise purposes, so... I mean, I'm not surprised. Wrestling Observer reported something about Alberto Del Rio, so... WWE's working agreement with TNA reportedly includes an option for WWE to buy TNA. They reportedly also have the right of first refusal to match any offers for TNA. The idea behind this is so that any potential buyers of TNA will be friendly with WWE. Whatever. So, those high up in WWE reportedly don't know if Karrion Kross's release is a work. However, they do expect him to return to the company. Those high up in WWE don't know if it's a work. That's simply not possible. Stop giving Dave Meltzer the mic, please. I mean, I don't think it's a work, dude, like, with his contract. And if it's a work, it's a bad work. There's a difference between a good work and a bad work. This one, if it's a work, it's fucking terrible. So apparently one person involved with independent wrestling has reportedly claimed that Karrion Kross is charging a very high price tag to appear on shows following his WWE departure. The same person reportedly claimed that they were not buying the departure. Okay. Why wouldn't he charge a high price? And why the fuck would I care if he charged a high price? I'm not a wrestling promoter. I don't give a fuck. Okay, why wouldn't he charge a high price? That's a serious question, man. Oh, he's very bad at wrestling. Yeah, people like Karrion Kross, oh, he's terrible at wrestling. I'm sure there's other bad people at wrestling. Jey Uso. But the Bloodline fans will get mad at me for saying that. So, per report, there's disagreement within WWE over who should win Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Jesus Christ. Dude, there should be no ands, ifs, or buts about it, dude. John Cena should win this shit. No doubt, dude. So, little NBA here. So, Austin Reeves is expected to make $30 million plus annually on his next deal per Jovan Buha. I expect to be with the Lakers. He wants to be a Laker for life. So, NBA executives, are expecting him to remain with the Lakers. I do too. I don't see him going anywhere else, to be honest. He needs to play better in the playoffs, though. If he doesn't perform in the playoffs, then that contract's not going to be worth it. But I think he's a good player. He just hasn't really performed. He hasn't performed in the playoffs when he's been there. So Jeff Teague says Kevin Durant lacks the ability to elevate his teammates. You know how I feel about Kevin Durant. I think he's one of the best players ever, but I don't think he has the ability to take a questionable team and elevate them dudes to a certain level. I mean, he's not wrong. Like, you can't deny he's a great player. Like, the dude's a fantastic player. But he's not wrong. Like, he's a great scorer. What team has he really made better? I mean, he was on the Thunder, but then, he comes to my Warriors after we'd won 73 games. We really didn't need Kevin Durant. He gets here when we're already good. We win a few championships with him. Like, I'm glad they won the championships, but we were already damn good. What's he done with Phoenix? He hasn't done nothing. What'd he do with Brooklyn? Didn't do nothing. 2021, second round exit. 2022, swept in the first round. 2023, second round exit. 2024, swept in the first round. 2025, missed the playoffs. So, I mean, the Rockets are going to be one of the best teams in the league, probably, in the West, so we'll just have to see what he does there, but I hate these podcasters. I want to say they're wrong all the time, but he's not wrong here. But yeah, there's a few NBA things. So, Shams Charania. The Miami Heat have traded Haywood Highsmith and a 2032 second-round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for a protected 2026 second-round pick, sources tell ESPN. Pat Riley didn't want to trade this guy for Dame, by the way. Craziest offseason of all time. And these are the most, this is the offseason we've got. And the dude had like 3 tweets about this. Brooklyn remain active in trade conversations, and then that happened. If you hear notifications going off, don't mind it. Yeah, but that's all the NBA there. A few things, not a lot. The news is kind of quiet, though, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. NASCAR news. The Cup race tonight. Obviously. 7, coming up at like 2 minutes. Well, probably less than that when I upload this. 7 on USA pre-race. 7:35 the Cup race. 70, 160, 170 stage length. 9 sets of tires. 8 set stickers, 1 set from qualifying, 120 to 135 laps on fuel. Gillen will be at the rear throttle body repair, and then Logano for suspension repair. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Ow! They're in a pole position to replace Xfinity as a title sponsor of the Xfinity Series starting next year. Per people familiar with the matter. Man, I'm going to be disappointed if I don't hear Adam Alexander say, "Oh, oh, oh, O'Reilly Auto Parts." Ow! And I'm Adam Alexander here at the series opener in Daytona. So the current cut bubble tonight, Reddick and Bowman are up by 60, Buescher 34, Priest minus 34. If there's no new winner, Reddick and Bowman clinch at 57 points ahead of Buescher and Priest. If there is a new winner, it'll be 57 points ahead of the 2 of the 3, Bowman, Buescher, Priest. So, kind of a playoff update. So we'll do some NFL news to end the video here. Just ignore that. The NFL has determined that CeeDee Lamb won't be fined for this contact with the official. Remember, he got taken out by the official. He was kind of on the white where the official runs, but no fine. So can we see a Super Bowl played outside of the United States? British Ambassador Peter Mandelson, he's making a strong push for it to happen. I made a big pitch for the first Super Bowl outside the US to take place in Britain. I want that Super Bowl in Britain. I don't care when it takes place, but I want to announce while I'm ambassador. I don't know about that, man. The time difference would be a problem for, like, West Coast viewers. I'm on the East Coast, so it doesn't matter to me as much before we start talking about how this is American football. So, I don't think it would be a great idea, man. Do you think fan bases from here are going to travel to freaking, where the fuck they want to play this? Britain? This would be a terrible idea, man. There's still a pretty sizable gap between the Commanders and wide receiver Terry McLaurin, per J Fowler ESPN, from what I'm hearing. There's still a pretty sizable gap in how they see the wide receiver market. So, it's kind of crazy to me, They're just not willing to give him that money right now. 33 to 35 million seems fair based on his production and the other contracts. Because he's been there been good with mediocre quarterbacks. So an anonymous NFL GM told at Charles Johnson that he doesn't get the sense that Michael Parsons is actually available for trade despite his request in the current standoff. Jerry's going to try and fleece any team he can if he was really thinking about trading Micah, so they're just playing games with him, I think. Travis Hunter did not participate in yesterday's walkthrough because of an upper body injury. The top 10 quarterbacks, top 10 highest paid NFL players have combined 0 Super Bowls. So, that's wild to think about. Top 10 players in the league. Cliff Kingsbury wants to see Terry McLaurin start practicing, their offensive coordinator. So, kind of some news there from JPA Football. So, Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniels told in Detroit, told reporters that defensive tackle Zach Sealer and running back Devin Achane are out between days and weeks, but will be reassessed in Miami this week. So, it doesn't sound concerned that either player will miss the start of the regular season. This is per Marcel Luis Jaquez. Panthers head coach Dave Canales said rookie pass rusher Nick Scourton suffered a collapsed lung during practice Thursday. Injuries more serious than the team initially thought, and he's now expected to miss some time. Tyler Show will start Sunday's game versus the Jaguars. Oh boy. Commanders activate Terry McLaurin off the PUP list. And Dan Quinn, one thing he made clear, this move was not related to the contract talks. This should not be taken as any sign of momentum. It was just a necessary move to get him ready for the opener. NFLPA puts one of its top lawyers on leave. But yeah, that's all to say for this news video, ladies and gentlemen. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Till next time, out. Peace.